Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie. This is the week 49, December the 4th through December the 10th weekly wrap up. Alrighty, so last week was pretty eventful. Kiddo went to West Virginia, giving us Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Oh my gosh. Free time to do whatever. We watched football games. We watched television, like got caught up on television, like woohoo! Finished watching Interview with a Vampire and oh my gosh, I am so addicted. So addicted. Totally getting on the wait list to get the books. Even though I know the books are very, very white centric. And I very much enjoy the diversity that has been included in the television adaptation. Ooh, kind of excited to see the other Anne Rice show, Mayfair Witches. Ooh. I need me another witch show because, you know, it's been lacking in the witchery. So that should be pretty interesting and kind of spooky and stuff like that. Went and got my nails done. If you didn't see, they are like a nude. Let's see. There we go. A nude, and then the tips, I got the color change and it turns to like a dark grayish color, and just superb in the color change. I love it oh so much. So I'm holding my cup of tea in which I am doing the advent calendar for that I got. It's a DIY advent calendar. I just put my teas in there and pick them out. I got it from Sips by the way. Love it, and I love that I get to change it every single year and make it something new and different and things like that. So that's probably just going to be like a short little video. I didn't actually start it on the first, I tried doing it last year, so I didn't want to refill it. And then when I finally was like, oh, maybe I'll do the advent calendar again this year, you know, 5 or 6 days had went by. So I think I started on like day 6, maybe day 7, something like that, to start doing this. I think. I don't know. I'll have to look back in my video and stuff like that. It's about time to change my hair again, I think. I don't know. Haven't decided. I really love these locks. They're really doing it for me. This whole just like putting them up and things like that. So I like that. I got some packages. The amazing Dari McCoy sent me a package. I had to go get scissors. So the amazing Dari McCoy sent me a package, and I really appreciate that. So let's open it up and see what she sent me. Ooh. So let's see what this is. Ooh, a cute clip. And I love me a good paper clip. Love them. A cute CVP keychain. If you don't know, CVP is her shifter romance series that she has that I absolutely love. She sent me a card. Thank you. And let's see which books she has put in this little bundle. Ooh, she sent me some other stuff too. I got a pretty ink pen. Ooh, this one's purple and it's the style that I absolutely love. So I love an ink pen, and we have a cute sticker. Ooh, I love this sticker. I love this sticker. Oh my God. I am going to find a place on my monthly book reads to put this on right up front, because this is giving. It is giving. Thank you. Thank you. So we have we have 2 books here, and let's see. Ooh, yes. Ah, it is a signed copy of Chosen. I am so excited. You know, when I looked at this cover initially, I did not realize there's a bear in there. Do you guys see the bear? Aha! It is so fitting for this book. I didn't see it until after I read it, and I was just like, it now makes sense. It now makes sense. So if you want to know more about this book, make sure you go and check back a couple weeks to find out my thoughts on it, because I absolutely loved it. And let's see, there was a second book in here. Oh, she sent me a copy of Involuntary. Thank you, Dari. So if you don't know this story, the main female character has my name. It's Stephanie. I know she didn't write it for me, but I loved it. I loved it. It is a rare occasion that I find a book where the main character's first name is Stephanie that I actually enjoy. And she did such an amazing job. Stephanie was badass, and she had an adoptive daughter who didn't feel like an adopted daughter, felt like she was her own. And then this sexy doctor, and just so good. So good. Oh my gosh. And if you want to hear my reviews for this, make sure you go check a couple weeks back as well. But thank you, Dari, for sending me this amazing package. I will love it. Love it. Love it. Then I got a couple packages from Zon. So let's open up and see what I got here. I participated in a book exchange with some friends, so maybe that's what this is. Let's see. It says it's winter. I couldn't help picking the Mistletoe from Norma, aka Bookish Pixie. Thank you. Thank you so much. And there's two books in here. So we have a second note. What's the second note? And just happy reading, spicy romance book. Ah, okay. Yes, we got Mistletoe, which I absolutely loved. It's short, it's fun, it's sexy, loved it. And she sent me a copy of Mistletoe. Oh my gosh, thank you by Kenya Wright. I love these two books. They're so good. Oh, thank you so much, Norma, for sending me these. And then I got another box from Zon as well. Alrighty. Oh goodness, Norma, you have spoiled me. Oh, thank you so much. She also sent me a copy of Whiteout, which has stories written by Danielle, Clayton, Tiffany D. Jackson, Nick Stone, Angie Thomas, Ashley Woodford, and Nicola Yoon. This is like the second book. If you didn't know, they did Blackout as well. I actually have the other cover for Blackout, but then we have this one, and so excited. Now I have both of them. And yes, thank you, Norma, for spoiling me just a little bit. I appreciate it oh so much. Alrighty, let's get into the books that I did finish last week. I started the week off by finishing, well, actually, these are very much out of order. I had to push through, and it was a long week of reading because I didn't get very much read in the beginning of the week. So the first book that I did finish was Tiny Pretty Things, which is book number 1 by Sona Charaipotra. I always mess up her last name, sorry. And Danielle, Clayton. This is a YA thriller suspense, I guess you could say. I don't know. I don't know. Giving it 3 stars, giving it 2 Steam fans. And I actually wouldn't even say 2, probably 1. Maybe 1. Because I'm trying to remember. Yes, there's some fade to black scenes, maybe, or some hinting and discussion of sexualized scenes, but it's a YA. It is very much set in a in like a dance conservatory and things like that. Both of the authors are BIPOC, and this has so many trigger warnings in it. It's wild. It is wild. So I'm reading this for my read and watch series, right? I had already watched the television show, and I wanted to see if they were going to give me answers from the book that weren't in the television show. And now I know that the book is very, very, very different than the television show. So we have some of the same similar themes. We have Gigi, or Giselle, who is the black ballerina that is brought into the school after something tragically happens to one of the other star dancers, Cassie, who actually broke her hip, and then Gigi comes in and starts dancing, right? We have Bet, who is the white girl that is the mean girl, who is wanting to be Queen Bee, who's also a legacy, and she has her own issues. Then we have June, who is half Asian, half white, and doesn't know who her father is, but knows that her mother is keeping a secret from her. And she's kind of ostracized in her, with the other Asian dancers that are there at the conservatory or the school or whatever you want to call it. And it feels very, the book feels very immature. I liked that they aged up in a way for this television show, so that was a good thing. But it's just, this book is so steeped in ballet culture that it just made me sick. Like, I would never want a kid of mine to deal with dance. It almost turned me off from the world of dance, because it's very, the world of dance, I mean, in some ways it pulled back the covers of, you know, what dancers may actually go through, eating disorders and feeling of acceptance and dealing with sexuality and dealing with the mean girls and trying to be on top and sabotaging each other and like really injuring each other. It's wild. And I know this is fiction, but a lot of dancers have come out and been like, you know, hey, this is sort of what happens. We've seen it in movies like The Black Swan and, you know, other television shows about dance where, you know, you have that typical mean girl. So if everyone is saying it, it probably is true. You know what I mean? And the thing with the book is that it left us off pretty much at the halfway point in the television show. I'm still trying to remember if there are 2 seasons of the series and we needed a third, or if there's only 1 season of the series and we needed a second. But the events of the first book end in the middle of whatever we were given. So I know there's more to come. So it's like, wow, did they actually finish the story for this television show? Or, I mean, we're not getting another, they canceled it, so we're not getting another season. So are the things that happened in the television show happening in book 2? I don't know. We will find out. The next book that I finished was Her Mistletoe Minotaur, A Very Alpha Christmas, #1 by Erin St. Charles. This is an interracial romance. It is a shifter romance with a Minotaur. I'm giving it 4 stars, giving it 3.5 Steam fans, had it as an ebook through KU. You can go out and read this yourself if you're looking for something Christmassy and dealing with shifters. Now, y'all know my feelings on that last book about a Minotaur. It wasn't my thing. This one, It gave. So we have Petunia, who is moving to this small shifter town where her sister now lives. She is human, but I don't think she's actually human. I think she has a secret, and I don't know. I don't remember that if that secret was revealed, because it was very much giving, I have a secret and I'm okay with you being a shifter the whole time. So when she's on her way to this small town to be with her sister of shifters, she kind of loses her way. Her trailer on the back of her teeny tiny little car that probably shouldn't have been, you know, driving with the trailer in the first place, gets flipped over. Mitch is the Minotaur that comes and saves her because he just feels this pull of he needs to be out on the road to search for something, for someone in help, in need, and stuff like that. And Minotaurs are notoriously gruff and antisocial and things like that. But the two of them get kind of this forced proximity thing where she has to stay in his cabin. He's really rich and they're fighting each other's feelings, and then they give in, and it was just like it was so good. It was so good. I wanted more. I wanted more from this story. Oh, by the way, Erin St. Charles is a Black author as well. The next book that I finished was Wrapped in Red, which is Martha's Way 3.5 by Mika Jolie. This is a contemporary. Giving it 3 stars, giving it 3 Steam fans. Had it as an ebook through KU. This is a Black author. There are content warnings for postpartum depression, therapy, and the holidays. So this brings us back to one of the couples that we met in the very first book of Martha's Way by Mika Jolie. And do not let this cover fool you into thinking this is a happy-go-lucky Christmas time story. This is not. This is so not. And I would be remiss in to not warn you that the topics in here are so heavy. So heavy. Yes, we get some joy of them figuring out what to do, but Mika and Jason just had the twins, and they are dealing with the aftermath of that. And all that is that comes with heavy. Whew. And it just so happens to be set around Christmas. The next book that I finished was The Time I Got Drunk and Yeeted, a love potion at a werewolf by Kimberly Lemming. And this is a paranormal romance rom-com. Giving it 4.25 stars, giving it 2.5 Steam fans. Had it as an ebook, which I purchased. This is a Black author. And this is book number 2 in the Mead series. This comes after Mistletoe, and which is a 1.5, and after That Time I Got Drunk, and what is it? It's so long. Something with a demon, but it's book number 1, and this is the second one. So we know that the god that they were worshiping isn't real, or she's been defeated. And now all these demons and shifters and people are trying to find their way. We have Bree, who is Cinnamon's best friend. She is a cheese farmer, I guess you could say. She has a land, or she bought land from Cinnamon's family, and she's in the bar and things like that. And there's another guy that is wanting to court her, and when she doesn't take his drink, she ends up throwing it across the bar, and it also happens to be a love potion. It hits Felix. Felix is a werewolf from book number 1, and he's like, oh, you're my mate. That's what the love potion does. There are content warnings according to the author of violence, kidnapping, dubious consent via the love potion and BDSM. So there's that. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was super cute, and I can't wait for more because there are some other characters that need to get their own books. The next book that I finished or didn't finish was Token Black Girl, by a memoir by Danielle Prescod. This is a nonfiction book. I only started reading this and faked finishing it for my Kindle challenge. I'm not even gonna like front in saying that I finished it because I DNF'd it at 23%. I am still going to give it 2 stars. Giving it 0 Steam fans. It is a memoir, and it is about Danielle Prescod, her growing up and feeling like the token Black girl, and it very much is giving I want to blame everyone for everything. I don't know. I just couldn't relate. I have that problem with books, or with people in general, I guess you could say, that didn't live through a time when I guess you could say, the American population of things was different. I don't know. I don't know how to word it. I don't know how to word it. And I'm sure I'll be crucified for my thoughts because I have in the past. It's a very interesting stance on telling someone, or it came off very preachy in all Black isn't a monolith. You know, all Black people aren't a monolith. We're not all the same. But at the same time, because you didn't know it, you're wrong for it. I don't even know if that's coming out right. But whatever. I DNF'd it, and I'm not even fronting that I had any enjoyment whatsoever. Then the final book that I finished reading last week was Tangled and Tinsel by Trilina Pucci, and this is a, what am I putting it? Holiday Why Choose? It was so good. It was so good. Giving it 4.5 stars. Giving it 4.5 Steam fans. It was steamy. It's an ebook. This is a Black author. There is forced proximity. There is why choosing. 4 guys, one lady. Sexual fantasies fulfilled and thought about. Now, this is marked as a novella. It is almost 250 pages. That is not a novella. That is a full-on novel. A full-on novel. And I was here for it. I am not complaining about that whatsoever. Not at all. So we have Samantha, who is the interior designer for Jace, Reed, Alec, and Cole. And she is designing a house, or designing a party where a house where it's in the woods for a holiday party, and then a storm comes in and they get snowed in for days on end, and fantasies are fulfilled, and it was so good. It was so good. So good. We get individual scenes, we get group scenes, we get just alpha male tendencies. And Trilina puts in the beginning of the book that Samantha is not described in any specific way, and she very much kept changing it up so that you could place yourself. So if you felt like you were, the thin, blushing woman in the story, then you do that. If you felt like you were the curvy, voluptuous looking temptress with bronze skin, then that's what Samantha could be. You got to place yourself into the story, and I was here for it. I was so here for it. There was a couple places where it was very much coded as a white woman, but you could sort of swipe those out. like some of the blushing or the way that the hands were run through the hair or run in the hair or grabbed or something like that. But other than that, you could totally overlook that and place yourself into the story. I know I did. Alrighty, so what am I currently reading? I am currently reading The School for Good and Evil by Soman, Chainani, and Kisses Over Eggnog by M.L. Preston and Sade Renee. Shiny Broken Pieces by Sona and Danielle Clayton. And then I will be jumping into A World Without Princess by Soman Chainani as well. Yes. I did find out that the School for Good and Evil is a movie, not a television show. So I'm like, I don't know how many of the books do I need to read before watching the movie. There are 6 books. 3 for Sophie and Agatha, and then 3 for another couple, I think, or something like that, or something. So we will see. I don't know when I'm going to watch the movie to do that comparison. But the books took a little bit to jump into, but now that I'm into it, I'm like, ooh. But they're like super long as well. They're like 13 to 15 hours long in audiobook. And they're chunkers. I got them from my library and I was like, oh my God, these things are huge. What is going on? So, I am looking for authors for my Let Me Introduce You series to get next year running. You guys will be seeing a video, an interview this Thursday at noon. So be ready for that one. It was a fun one to record. But yeah, I need more authors so that we can keep this series going through next year as well. I think that's it. I believe that's it. I'm still running my giveaway, so check the description box for that form as well. And I think that's it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. My social links are down there, so you guys can follow me everywhere. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in another video.